And are any of these better than Saratoga Springs, which holds on to the #1 ranking, somewhat based off of results from last year? And of course, we haven't even talked about the individuals. The #1 runner in America, Sadie Engelhardt, sophomore from Ventura, California, is in this race, and she was 7th last year as a freshman, running 16:04 last year in one of her first high school races. Now she's a bit more of a veteran now, and quite possibly headed to being one of the greatest high school runners of all time. She could be out front the way that Carson was here in the previous race. But there are also some strong runners in this field, including Emily LaMontagne from Arapahoe, Colorado, Samantha and Nicole Humphries, twin sisters from Flower Mound, Sydney Sundgren, who's actually 5th in this race last year from Buchanan, and Mari Connell from Mountain View of Utah. All those runners are in the top, we think, 60 in the country. Sadie Engelhardt is usually recognizable by the headband that she wears. That's Newberry. Looks like Newberry Park is out in the front right now. So Sadie Engelhardt may be biding her time just a bit. Maybe we just missed her right off the lead. But we're a minute in to the girls sweepstakes race. And again, this one is loaded with great teams. The Buchanan group is really incredible. Cuthbertson of North Carolina is won 4 straight North Carolina state championships. Flower Mound, despite the graduation of Natalie Cook, one of the all-time greats, is also tremendously talented and deep. Arapahoe of Colorado would be ranked higher if not for the injury to Ava Escorcia. We wish her all the best if she comes back from an injury, and if she rejoins this team, Arapahoe could move up into the top 5. And there's Engelhardt. You see the yellow headband shining in the lights, running just off the lead. She'll pick a spot, I'm sure, to assert herself and inject pace whenever she wants. That's one of the Humphries sisters right behind her from Flower Mound. And right in that section, that big group in the top third is such an interesting storyline with, again, 8 of the top 15 teams in the country sorting themselves out, running for one another. This is obviously a team sport, and so even though we will be talking a lot about the runner who's in the lead, in a race like this, it really is really the headline is the team race here, because so much talent is in this race, and it will say a lot about the outcome of what comes next. Woodbridge always sort of makes an important statement about who's fit out of the summer and what's the state of things in the middle of September and moving forward. Last year, Dalia Frias from Miracosta made this a big night for herself, running 15:43.5. And, by the end of her track season as a senior in June, she broke the national high school record in the 2-mile. So that's just one example of how this race seems to produce year after year. Dalia Frias, I believe, ran her first collegiate race today at the Virginia Invitational. She runs for, let's see, I want to make sure I'm correct about that. Yeah, it's Duke. She runs for Duke, and she was 6th today in a 5K. Ran 17:30 for 6th in her, I believe it's her first race. So good for Dalia getting her collegiate career started, and I'm sure she remembers where she was a year ago. Sadie Engelhardt, right there, bib 65.29 from Ventura. Such an incredible freshman year of running, including 4:11 in the 1500 meters. Already, moving up into a category of elite women in the United States in the 9th grade, and can't wait to see what that begins to evolve to in the 10th grade. But a one-of-a-kind kind of talent. And she looks very relaxed. Her first race of the season. So mature beyond her years. And again, she was in a lot of big races last school year, still 2022, but she's gained a lot of experience, knows how to handle these situations, never seems to show up at a starting line when she's not ready to really go. So that's why we have so much faith in her. Expectations quite high for Sadie Engelhardt. It was 5:10 at 1 mile. Pretty quick, 5:10 at the mile in the girls sweepstakes race. Samantha Humphries 2nd, Nicole Humphries there 3rd. So Humphries sisters from Flower Mound out of Louisville, Texas, are 2-3. Payton Godsey, the winner of last year's rated race, is in 4th. Ava Mitchell from Arapahoe is right up there. Mackenzie McCrae from Huntington Beach. Bryn Garcia, the lead runner for J. Sarah Catholic. Arapahoe. So Arapahoe has 2 up in the top 8. Flower Mound has 2 in the top 3. And those connections between teammates can be so interesting. Sydney Sundgren and Kinsley Buckley running together for Buchanan, just outside the top 10, but also a 3rd Buchanan runner, El Lomelli, in the top 15 at a mile. Sadie Engelhardt cruising through this course at Great Park. Cole, who's on the scene at Great Park. He said Carson Necker stood and congratulated every kid who came over the finish line in that boys rated race before he was willing to answer some questions and do an on-camera interview. So again, kind of shows the character of that small school Nebraska champion who sort of set this place on fire here in the boys rated race with that 13:49 finish time. Just past 10 minutes now into the girls' race. So much to unfold here over the next 5-6 minutes. Compelling team race, and up front it's Sadie Engelhardt going through 2 miles in 10:24. Payton Godsey of Oaks Christian is 6 seconds behind her, and the Humphries sisters from Flower Mound, Texas are 9 seconds back of Engelhardt at 2 miles. Engelhardt's so good at the track races, 800, the mile, 15, kind of her specialty, probably her strongest spot, but also 3,200. And, cross country might be a little bit of a stretch for her, but, clearly it's not something that scares her. Obviously, she's out here really throttling this sweepstakes race, nice and easy, running her own pace, perhaps thinking about the clock, perhaps thinking about the horse, Sarah Baxter, Bree Oakley. Last year, Dahlia Frias ran 15:43. The Great Park record is owned by Destiny Collins from Great Oak. Although it's, I don't know if you can call it the course record because this is a different layout. Same venue, different layout. Engelhardt just, you can watch the mechanics. It's just smooth. It looks effortless, and yet she is really moving. Not disappointing, you never know when you start of the year, and then you have to wait and see how they do. And yeah, here she is, sweepstakes race, Woodbridge Cross Country Classic, and Sadie Engelhardt is doing Sadie Engelhardt things. 13.5 minutes into this race, and probably about 2 minutes left for her. And you can also see she's picking it up just a bit. Turnover has picked up. She's beginning to kick just a bit more. Engelhardt. That's Godsey behind her. It's a great race for Godsey. Oaks Christian. Payton Godsey, not too far behind. Engelhardt is nearing the finish. One more turn to make, and then she'll see the finish line. We're just past 15 minutes in this 3-mile race at Great Park in Irvine, California. Sadie Engelhardt now making that last sweeping turn around 15:20. He's going to get there in like 15:35. Big run, though, from the second place finisher. Okay. She didn't run 15:35. It was a little ambitious. Finish time of 15:42 is 1 second faster than Frias ran at last year. And Payton Godsey from Oaks Christian has run 15:51.9 to get under that 16-minute barrier. Samantha Humphries of Louisville, Flower Mound, Texas, the first of the big team finishers, third in 16:03. And Alexandra Walsh from South Lake Carroll, right on her. Well, that might not be correct on Walsh. I think 16:03 for her as well. But Emily LaMontagne from Arapahoe in 5th. Stella Kerms from Cuthbertson in 6th. Bryn Garcia, Sarah in 7th. Ava Mitchell from Arapahoe 8th. So those are some of the names we're really expecting to see decide this really compelling team battle. Looks like Buchanan went 10, 11, 13. Arapahoe goes 5, 8. Woodbridge Park 17, 18. South Lake Carroll went 4 and 15 and 26 and 32. Don't have team results yet. But we're expecting it to be very, very close. Flower Mound, Cuthbertson, both 2 in the top 10. Arapahoe also 2 in the top 10. Buchanan 3 in the top 20. 4 in the top 27 for Buchanan. Grace Hutchinson actually was the 5th Buchanan finisher and 43rd. We would have expected her maybe to be a little closer to the front. Okay, Sarah has multiple runners in. And it does appear that Buchanan, number 2 ranked Buchanan, has won with 76 points. Well, these are being adjusted, but they are in the lead as some of the numbers are tallied. That number's going to get pushed just a little bit. But Buchanan with the first team in with 5, South Lake Carroll appears to be next. Cuthbertson third, J Star Catholic, and Flower Mound basically in a dead heat right now. Fourth. Numbers still being tabulated. Girls Sweepstakes finals, the Bob Day Sweepstakes race, also known as race 51 at the Woodbridge Cross Country Classic. Sadie Engelhardt won it again in 15:42.5. Her mile splits were 5:10, followed by 5:13, and then she slowed just a bit to 5:18. Still the fastest third mile of anybody, all tallying up to 15:42. Really incredible high school time for 3 miles, and 1 second faster than last year's winning time by Dahlia Frias. That one's over at Silver Lakes in Norco. Engelhardt improved by 24 seconds, 1 year over the next. She ran 16:04 last year for 7th, and today runs 15:42. Top left screen, we see boys' final shakeout before going to the starting line of the final race here tonight, just past 10 o'clock on the West Coast, Woodbridge Cross Country Classic. Thank you for joining us to watch the Runner Space broadcast of this amazing high school cross country